Ladies and gentlemen, welcome to a great night of championship boxing from the Braehead Arena in Glasgow, Scotland. It is all being brought to you by Frank Warren for Queensberry, along with their great sponsors, Riot Season, That Prize Guy, Global Next Trade, 32 Red, and Unibet. We get things started with 10 rounds scheduled in the light heavyweight division. It is sanctioned by the British Boxing Board of Control, steward in charge John Swanson, timekeeper Joseph Brannon. Our 3 judges assigned, all from England, will be Lee Every, Steve Gray, and Bob Williams. Our referee in charge, third man in the ring, will be John Latham of England. Introducing first, fighting tonight out of the red corner, he comes to the ring wearing black with gold and weighed in officially at 174.1 pounds. Coming to us from Chorley, England, he brings a professional record of 20 wins, just 1 defeat, with 7 of his 20 wins coming by way of knockout. Ladies and gentlemen, please welcome the former English champion, Mark Jeffers! And his opponent across the ring, fighting out of the blue corner, he comes to the ring wearing white with red and gold and weighed in officially at 174.7 pounds. Hailing from Carstairs, Scotland, he has a professional record of 18 wins, 2 defeats, with 13 of his 18 wins coming by way of knockout. Ladies and gentlemen, here is the former WBC silver champion and former interim world title challenger, Willy the Hutchinson Hutchinson!
Come on. Right, lads, you're expecting you both. You obey my instructions at all times. When I tell you to break, you both break clean. Defend yourselves at all times, and the best luck to you both. Touch gloves.
Very noisy, cracking crowd here in Braehead tonight. And to kick off proceedings live on DAZN, a fascinating tussle. It's a huge night here. And they're seeking out the new king of Scotland. Here's one confident to take that mantle, Willy Hutchinson from Carstairs in South Lanarkshire, where you can catch the Caledonian Sleeper or the Trans-Pennine Express, beautiful part of the world. And the Hutch train is looking for a beautiful part of this stage of his pro journey. Been out a long time, but he's really happy to be back with the gloves on. He's still just 27, so too is Mark Jeffers, who's experienced, has been around even longer. There's 41 fights between them, 38 victories, Darren. This is a good match.
It is. I like the matchmaking here, and it's a must-win, you'd have to say, for both here. Both very good boxers. They get into a nice rhythm quickly, but it was the movement of Hemphill that frustrated Jeffers. He was a little one-pacer. We know that Hutchinson can move. He's got a lovely jab, so I feel pace is very important here tonight.
Nice little short right hand there from Jeffers just a second ago. He's got to stay low, and he's got to keep that lateral movement always as he's coming forward. See, with Hutchinson, the way Hutchinson moves and the way he bounces on the balls of his feet, it's easy for Jeffers there just to get a little bit sort of stuck with just watching him and not doing his own work, and that making him more flat-footed. So
good combination from Hutchinson. Jeffers just looks out at someone in the crowd. Slight bit of reddening around the right eye. I saw Kerry Kays earlier getting the eye swell and everything ready. The Vaseline in the corner in case there's problems. Jeffers wanting a good start, trying to be awkward, but Hutchinson looks like he's trying to establish that rhythm behind the jab. He was a wonderful amateur.
Yeah, I don't think you go wide or wild with the shots if you're Jeffers. Keep it nice and straight, sharp jab. Variation with the shot like that, down to the body. Then you can throw the right hand upstairs. But it's the movement. He just sort of slides in and out of range, doesn't he, Hutchinson?
Right to the body from Jeffers. And again, the jab, looking to exploit that area. That's the weakness that Joshua Boazzi found a couple of times when he was floored in their meeting.
That's when you get him. When he sometimes he'll do a throwaway punch like that right hand there, Hutchinson. Because he's nice and loose and fluid. Sometimes he sort of loses concentration, and that's where Jeff has got to really be switched on when he makes a mistake to really make him pay for it.
Turning southpaw, mixing it up, Hutchinson. It's a positive start, the irky-jerky style of Mark Jeffers.
Oh, good right hand there from Hutchinson.
Yeah, nice finish as well to the round. It's looked a little unsteady, Jeffers.
That's not pattern. Long breath. You know what he's doing. He's going to hit you here, and then he's going to come over it. We already know. He's open for the overhand right already. I love it. Very, very good. Cool, calm and collection. Very good. Exactly that. Very slow. Very good. I love it. I love it. Very good.
Welcome back to the Braehead Arena here, just outside of Glasgow, the red and white of Willy Hutchinson in fight number 21, and it's the 22nd for Mark Jeffers in the black and gold, but you can already see the natural size advantage of Willy Hutchinson, the light heavyweight. Jeffers, his campaign at super middleweight through his career, and he's been a very good one, only one defeat on the record, and that was last time out. Hutchinson starting well with these combinations and looking to make a statement here tonight, I think.
At the start of the round, he threw a lazy jab there, Hutchinson, and Jeffers did what I said in the first round. He made him pay for it. He dipped his legs through a right hand and just missed with the left hook. But that's what you got to keep doing all the time.
I tell you what, he looks class, doesn't he, Hutchinson, when he puts the shots together. The speed, the sharp, snappy head, body, lots of variation with the shots. There seems to be a real confidence with Hutchinson.
I don't think there's ever been a problem for him, to be fair, is the confidence. And he's naturally talented, I can understand why. But Hutchinson is always just the concentration, the throwaway punches that he'll throw now and again, just dropping his hands in distance when he doesn't need to.
You know, superb amateur, won the World Youths in 2016, 9 years on. The question is, how far can he go in the pro ranks? A couple of losses on the record, but in good company, of course. Body shots are going to be key here, you feel, for the pair of them.
Where Jeffers is trying to make it look, he's not forcing the pace here like maybe he should do, but he's flat-footed, and that's how Hutchinson let his punches off. He's too easy to read.
That was a cracking left hook to the body, and then one upstairs as well from Willy Hutchinson, who, to me, seems like he has a point to prove tonight, to remind the light heavyweight division what he can do, the ability he's always had, the personality too. He ticks those boxes, but I think the manner of defeat to Joshua Boazzi hurt him.
Yeah, it did, but you know when you say there a point to prove, I think it's to himself. I think he knows what level he can fight at. He's proved that he's got heart, he's got a chin, he's got will to win, desire. We see that against Boazzi. It's about going out there now and just expressing yourself. And we're seeing this quite early on in this contest.
Would you say discipline, Darren? Not the way, I mean, in the ring, discipline in the fight. So like fight management, not losing the control of a fight.
Yeah, definitely. And you know, these are kind of attributes that get overlooked at times. Discipline, certainly in the ring. I think if he can put it all together, well, you know, we pointed out he's a very, very good fighter.
Former world champion Alex Arthur watching on at ringside alongside Shirley Finkel. Hutchinson boxing well. Well, Willy Hutchinson wants to be king of Scotland, so does this guy, Nathaniel Collins, who's really impressed us. The Nightmare, he calls himself. He's a lovely fella out of the ring, but he puts that mask on and the switch comes, and he's a sweet southpaw with power. He's exciting. Can he become European champion tonight against this Cristobal Lorente, who's looked after by Christian Kirky, one of the great European managers, who says he's a good fighter, Lorente. We've seen bits of him. Nice jab, strong, awkward. So, should be a cracking main event.
Almost 10 seconds.
Plenty of hors d'oeuvres first on this terrific night for Queensberry back in Scotland. Josh Taylor, of course, losing to Echo Esserman last time we were here in the Hydra. Josh is around tonight doing some media work. I mentioned Alex Arthur. There's a couple of world champions already in the building. And I got a couple sitting next to me, one from England and one from Wales. Barry Jones.
It's been a good start so far for Hutchinson. He's used that experience at the higher level to dictate the pace with his movement. I think he's been throwing punches with a bit of weight, but not really overcommitting, and that not allowing Jeffers to really drag him into a fight yet. But Jeffers has been a little bit, not mesmerised, but a bit like that, where he's just a little bit flat-footed, and he's forgetting about this. Staying nice and low, rolling his shoulders, the lateral movement that he can do so well. He's doing what he did against Hemphill here, and just being a little bit on his heels.
Some good counter left hooks, though, from Willy Hutchinson on the back foot. He times it so well.
I think he's boxing really well here, Willy Hutchinson. On his toes, in and out with combinations. Good shot
right
from,
hand.
decent shot from Jeffers. Not a massive puncher. 7 knockouts on the record, 13 for the light heavyweight. The natural 12 stone 7 man in Hutchinson. Flicking out the jab as well.
That's the shot for me, Adam. The jab to the body for Jeffers. Just, you can even feint beforehand because you've got to bring that front foot in as you throw the shot, because Willy Hutchinson will slide out of range. But the jab to the body is there for Jeffers.
And you're right there, Darren. Keeping him low will force him to move his upper body, won't it? Give him that lateral movement to give him a bit of fluency and a bit more speed into the shot.
Jab back from Jeffers. Two intelligent fighters, they're the same age. Who can go further in their career? Nice right hand. Not a bad third here from Mark Jeffers. He's getting some shots off. Got to try and just dent that confidence of Hutchinson. Boazzi managed it.
But you can't let Hutchinson walk you down like this. And you tend to think you don't want, no, Hutchinson wants to be dancing and moving. He doesn't. He can do that. He'd rather be walking you down, so you've got to be putting pressure on Hutchinson here. If a guy's technically better than you, you've got to force him to rush his work. He's got to make mistakes for you to be effective. And that's what Jeffers needs to do to Hutchinson here.
And it's the space, Barry, isn't it, which he has behind him, Hutchinson. If he's on the front foot, he's just able to glide out of range time and time again.
And he's switching stances. Beautiful work with his backhand there from the port-sided southpaw.
And you could see, sorry, Adam, you could see the Sheffield influence there, can you, when you used to train in Sheffield, that step on the outside from the southpaw stand, and that left hand through the middle.
Just can't come tall when he does that.
Next Saturday, it's a big night in Sheffield. Dave Allen, who's looking in fantastic condition, best of his career, and he's sold out that arena. It's a homecoming, but it is a dangerous one. Makhmudov is a monster. There's a great card as well. Live on the zone next Saturday. Every Saturday night almost, there is something big.
There is indeed, and I do like that next week. I really do. It's a big moment for Dave Allen to really announce himself. But this is heating up nicely, this. You like that one, Jeffers. Good left hook to the body. But that's that left hook, the check left hook back from Hutchinson.
Seconds out. Round 4.
Fourth round, 12 zone 7 light heavyweight division scheduled for 10 here. The Hutch train, Willy Hutchinson in with Mark Jeffers. Jeffers, who's had some good wins in his career, but they have been at super middleweight. A couple of excellent ones over Zach Chelly, who's an awkward customer, and Jermaine Brown also knocked out Darren Johnston in Cardiff. He was really rolling, wasn't he, until he met Sean Hemphill on that Callum Simpson night in Barnsley.
Yeah, and Hemphill, look, credit to him, he was a bag of tricks. He moved and he frustrated Jeffers, and I just feel it was a lack of pace and urgency from Jeffers that was his downfall. So I'd like to think he's learned from that. He's got to be busy here. The work to the body, as we pointed out, myself and Barry, good there. Double jab right to the body.
But he's doing work here, Jeffers, and he's not stealing the space. So he's throwing some good punches in. And then Hutchinson's doing what he's going to do. He's just bouncing out the distance. Good shot there from Hutchinson. But Jeffers got to keep stealing that space every time with that front foot. With that constant pressure.
Shake of the head from Jeffers. Some defiance as well. But is he physically strong enough up at this weight to be able to bully Hutchinson? At the moment, the answer's no.
I'm not too sure if it's the physical strength of Hutchinson that will bother Jeffers too much. It's just, I think, there's more variation in the work from Hutchinson. He's able to move, he's able to, you know, be aggressive on the front foot. Just a few more strings to his bow.
Craig Richards was the coming out night, wasn't it, for Willy Hutchinson in the 5v5. Most fancied Richards to win that, but he got Queensberry off and running as they took out Matchroom emphatically.
That was a whitewash, wasn't it? What a night that was. What great concepts as well.
Yep, we'd have another one of those in 2026 if you're listening, Frank and Eddie. And His Excellency, of course, Turki Al-Sheikh.
He's boxing really well here, Hutchinson. Nice and relaxed, but sharp enough to make Jeffers miss for the most part. I know Jeffers is trying to force him to maybe over that front foot to maybe land with the counter here, Jeffers, but it's not quite working.
Body shot from Hutchinson, who's mixing up styles well here tonight. Aggressive, clever, feet are good. I think it's some of the best we've seen of Willy Hutchinson, and with that inactivity, no ring rust.
Yeah, do you know what? That makes it even more impressive. Like you say, a year out the ring, and he's looking good. Lots of variation in his work. Every now and again, he just has to stay switched on. Barry's used the word discipline, but yeah, he's looked good. And looks like he's carrying a whack as well in that right hand. Oh, he takes one himself, though.
Cover from Jeffers. Back comes Hutchinson. Action heating up here. Back into the fourth round. Dr. Mirko Wolf in the corner for Willy Hutchinson. He was with Shane McGuigan, one of the best trainers in the world. But interesting story with Mirko Wolf, who basically, when Willy was having real doubts about his career and even sort of where he was going in life, this guy just sat with him and spent time with him and became a friend. And he's absolutely, they forged this partnership, this relationship, which is just great to see.
Yeah, it is, and it's so important. But that was a lovely right hand from Jeffers there. He took it well, and we see that, Barry, haven't we, with Hutchinson? He can take a good shot.
He's tough. I tell you what, though, he landed with a short right hook of his own that I think just shook up Jeffers a little bit, just when the bell rang.
And there's a good cornerman just getting out of the red corner. Mike Jennings, of course, former world title challenger, winning with Miguel Cotto, remember that?
In New York, of all places.
Amazing. Good fighter, really good fighter. And part of that great times in Manchester. And of course, everybody still feeling the loss of Ricky Hatton and talking about those days. And Mick Jennings was part of that. He's a good trainer now. What can he do for Mark Jeffers? He's not winning the rounds, is he? That's the problem here for the Chorley man.
No, look, I mean, he's really having a go, Barry, isn't he? But he's just falling short on occasions, and yeah, he's just got to up the work.
And quite often, it's the feet that are holding you back, and I just think he's too flat-footed. I think he's quite often heel-toe, certainly with the front foot. I mean, and that means you can't explode in your combinations, you can't accelerate the pace in your work at times, and you almost got to wait for someone to walk onto a shot, which he can do quite effectively. But Hutchinson, if he stays disciplined, that's not going to happen. So you've got to force him to make a mistake, not wait for him to make a mistake. And with that, you've got to get a bit more bounce to your step.
Good left hook.
Lovely left hand there.
Tell you what, there was a couple of big, deep breaths as well from Jeffers a moment ago.
And a chopping right as well from Hutchinson, whose accuracy tonight has been pretty good. I think he seems, Darren, in a really nice place here, Hutchinson.
He does indeed. He looks confident, he looks bullish, having everything his own way. I'm sure he heard Jeffers a moment ago, and can Jeffers respond? Can he find a foothold in this contest?
Jeffers was hurt at the end of the Sean Hemphill fight, and that was a bit of an audition for a crack at Callum Simpson, which didn't work out. Callum Simpson undefeated, one of our best fighters. But look at this from Willy Hutchinson. It's razzle-dazzle, and the crowd, Barry, are loving it.
Yeah, they are. To be fair, Jeffers did try and up the pace there, but Hutchinson's just lovely movement. Again, just being able to switch stances. He's moving backwards, which is almost very difficult to do, and he's doing it with such ease here, Hutchinson.
Yeah, just look down at Mick Jennings in the opposite corner there, Willy Hutchinson, as if to say, your boy's struggling here.
You got to do that. You got to aim low and go high here, Jeffers. Throw that right hand, he's finding a home for it when he lets it go with conviction. So as Darren was saying, jab to that body or feint to that body and rip that right hand over the top. Really bend those legs and push off the back foot.
Jeffers did get in with a couple of hooks and some jabs early doors to the body. That's what he's trying again. He knows he needs to do more of it. But Hutchinson out of range again, and the movement has been very, very good.
And he's enjoying himself, you can tell, Hutchinson. So it's down to Jeffers now to really try and force the pace and make something happen.
Yeah, grimace from Mark Jeffers. We thought it would be a close cut affair. It's been pretty one-sided in Hutchinson's favour at the halfway mark.
Very good, Willy. Very good. Don't you? Just like that. Just like that. Very relaxed. I love it. But stay focused. Stay focused. Don't stick out your chin. Don't stick out your chin. Stay focused. Doing fantastic. Fantastic from all angles. Absolutely love it. Just stay focused. Very good. One sip of water. Come on. Give me.
Almost 10 seconds. Seconds out. Round 6.
The red and white of Willy Hutchinson, who for the first 5 rounds has boxed beautifully, and he's had to. It's not that his career's on the line, but not the forgotten man. Mark Jeffers has taken the gamble to come up here and try and compete up at light heavyweight. It's not his natural weight.
Look at the accuracy.
The accuracy.
And it's been the difference. And there was a moment ago there that he feinted with the jab, Hutchinson, and he went to parry the shot, Jeffers, and he come back with a lovely left hook. That shot is there for Hutchinson whenever he chooses to throw it from the orthodox stance.
There's a right to the body from Jeffers. He's full of spirit, and he has occasionally found the holes. He's been competitive all the way, Barry.
He has, but I mean, I just think he's too slow-paced to make a dent in Hutchinson. He's got at the minute, the way he's fighting at the minute, Jeffers, and I think he can fight better than this, is Hutchinson's got to lose his composure, lose his concentration.
Often I agree with Carl Frampton, and I do again tonight. Carl, you've given him every round, Willy Hutchinson. He's boxing well.
Yeah, I think he is boxing well. The rounds have been competitive. I think Jeffers has been doing good things in little patches, but I think one of his biggest issues is at the start of the fight, the very first round, he was a little bit fluid, he was loose, and Willy landed a few shots and he just went into that shell. He's flat-footed, like Barry said, and he's walking forward, which is making it easier for Willy, and Willy's looking really good here.
What will Mick Jennings, Carl, be saying in the corner
I think
to Jeffers?
I mean, Barry said everything what I'm going to say here. He needs to move the head a little bit more. He needs to get closer. He needs to counter off the back of Willy's kind of flick out jabs as well, which he isn't doing enough. He's trying, and he'll keep trying while he's in the fight, but just with his hands stuck to his head and walking forward, I think that makes things a little bit easier for Willy.
And Carl, if he bends his legs, that takes his heels off the fall, and straight away then he's got more mobility.
Absolutely, yeah. Just fluidity, a little bit stiff for me, I think.
Stiffness round the back for Mark Jeffers.
He's got to be careful as well, throwing the lead right hand, Jeffers. Leading with the right hand, rather. Because we've seen already Hutchinson throw that lovely counter left hook, and he's falling short. He's got further to travel than it has the jab, so he can see the shot coming, Hutchinson.
I tell you something though, he's got to hurt Hutchinson with something here, because Hutchinson's in his rhythm. You can see the confidence oozing from him here.
And the shuffle as well, for good measure. He's getting frustrated here, Jeffers. Trying to hit him round the side, the back of the head anyway. And I think he heard us in commentary, Willy Hutchinson. Everything going smoothly.
Take a step back. Take a step back when he's doing that, all right?
Yeah, some frustration in that corner.
But look at the move, and then the jab there, and then straight away he changes, it just changes the height and the angle of his body automatically. And that just doesn't give Jeffers a target to hit back. He's got to go looking for the target. And that just slows you down enough for you to make your second move. And that's why he's always been just one move ahead here, Hutchinson.
He didn't need that elbow as well, did he?
No, not ideal. To see Shelley Finkel as well, just have a word with Hutchinson. Get busy, stop messing around, stop showboating, get to work.
Well, as you say, discipline, focus, keep that concentration, isn't it? Enjoy yourself, remember you're doing a job.
He's up really early. Willy Hutchinson ready to go. Mark Jeffers just looking slightly bewildered, turned over back in May 2016, former English super middleweight champion. But it does look as though this is an ask too much. He loves taking fights, Mark Jeffers. He'll rumble with anyone, and I really love his attitude. But it's coming up here into Hutchinson's den, not his natural weight. And Hutchinson, with all the skills that he's showing from the amateur success here. Beautiful. This is brilliant.
Lovely stuff.
Yeah, I like to see him, look, he's putting some really, really good groundwork here, Hutchinson. I like to see him go through the gears now, see if he can force a stoppage. Up the tempo, 3-4, go again, go again. See how Jeffers would respond to that.
Well, we know we've got Joshua Boazzi, his old nemesis, November the 1st in Manchester against Zach Parker. It's a huge light heavyweight division. And Willy Hutchinson is reminding them all what he can do here. Jeffers bravely coming forward, but he cannot make a dent in the Scotsman, and that's a problem.
What he's isn't he? He's coming forward with his hands high, which is correct, but he's squared, he's right in front of you. There's no lateral movement, as we've been talking about since round one. He's not dipping his legs, changing his height. He's squared in front of you, so you know what he's going to be. For someone like Hutchinson, who's very reactive and fluid, he knows where you are. He hasn't got to look for the target. All he got to do is move his feet to a different angle and throw.
More experienced Mark Jeffers, 120 rounds of boxing. It's only the 93rd as a professional for Willy Hutchinson. But all the amateur fights and the ability and talent has long been there. Do you think he can mix, certainly at domestic level, but at world level as a light heavyweight?
Willy Hutchinson. Yeah, look, he's got the ability, he's got that desire, you can tell. I like the way he's approached this fight. But there's some... big right hand. He's hurt Jeffers, another right. Combination. Jeffers is in big trouble here. And John Latham stepped in. And all of a sudden, in the flash of an eye, Willy Hutchinson seals an emphatic performance with a sparkling stoppage as well. That was as good as we've seen from Willy Hutchinson, and look what it means
to the team. He's been out 378 days, and Hutchinson was brilliant tonight.
Fantastic performance, that really was. As you said there, a year out the ring, and to put it all together the way he did, he managed that fight so well. He nullified any of the work that Jeff has done. You can see the emotion on the face of Willy Hutchinson, what it means to him, be back on the winning side.
Look at this right hand now, just nice and loose. Look at that. He didn't load up with it, just turned his body into the shot. But the follow was fantastic. Look at that. Uppercut, left hook with the same hand there as well. Good call there by the referee.
Well, you asked me just before this happened, that shot landed, could he mix it with the big boys? Well, I'll tell you what, there's some big names in the division, but they'll want to see this guy put in with some of those. But the way he's performed there, the way he's looked, the character that he is, in and out of the ring, couple more shots, more activity, and yeah, big fights beckon for Willy Hutchinson.
That was a good performance, Adam, and a fantastic finish there to really just put the cherry on the cake there for Hutchinson, just to say, I'm back.
Willy Hutchinson returns, bangs his heart in front of his beloved Scottish fans. He is back. Mark Jeffers is stopped for the first time in his life. Shelley Finkel in there, who's been with Willy Hutchinson from the beginning, and he believes in him. I don't think we all believe in the talent and ability, but tonight he put it all together against a good opponent, and he has reignited his career. Ring 4, Night of the Champions. It's Benavidez Yard. Riyadh. Star-studded night. David Haley, Brian Norman Jr., Bam Rodriguez, Fernando Martinez. Watch this historic event exclusively on DAZN, November the 22nd. Riyadh, where Willy Hutchinson got his best previous win against Craig Richards, but the manner of victory tonight, when the pressure was on, I say this is, well, it tops it. Thomas Schreiber.
Ladies and gentlemen, here is the official time. 2 minutes, 15 seconds of round number 7. Our referee in charge, John Latham, steps in to stop the contest. Therefore, your winner by way of technical knockout, Willy the Hutch Train Hutchinson!